Beautiful.
Oh, we got a whole.
I started to think,
You maybe can do
yeah, I know. Yeah. What you taught me, you make it so incredible. You give us a look, we'll know the whole song. Thank you. Yes, that was more fun for me to sing the mantra.
That's what we see in one of the ways. We were sometimes on the road. And you go the common. You like to this is a road. This kind of road. So, see, for sure. That's just delicious.
Did you what?
Go all
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jotan. Great job. Well, hello, my love. How are you? We got awesome.
Oh, good.
Oh, we'll see. Sometimes they do, and sometimes it's open and just falls off. So.
How are you feeling? I feel good. Oh, okay. Strong and good. Oh, well, that's the point. That's right. Learning how to deal with sensation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just another sensation.
That's right.
I don't have to put a name on it.
That's right. I've learned you taught me that.
God, you know what? There's no label for it. We're part of the no labels party.
It doesn't need to say pain.
No
It just
way.
is, right?
But your mind knows to do that,
You know
right?
what it is? His mother saying, pay attention to me, come to the present moment, right?
Yeah.
That's just what he's saying. Right. Wake up. Mother of the universe, wake up, us.
Well, I won't be here, so you get ready to start it.
I still feel warm.
Don't
I do.
feel horrible.
Tomorrow we'll go out there.
Well, tomorrow there's no class.
Oh, he's not having a class.
No, he said this was the class.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's why he did it the way he did it. I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Dennis.
Wednesday.
I was like, uh-oh, I would close the taxi over.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
The one that she
So,
was using
I'll move that
yesterday.
thing forward,
Wow.
move the chair, and
This is really
more
fine.
fun.
Oh, this is a Michael.
Yeah, right.
This is
During one of the mega churches.
wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, look at my congregation.
Does it feel like it's
I can
I'm sure, but Mama's got enough hair.
Yeah.
There's oh no, there's a you're just pushing in.
It sounds so good, the audio.
Oh wow.
That's beautiful.
But it sounds really cool. Uh-oh, I'm feeding back. Is that right?
Feedback.
Is that me?
We're feeding back.
I did.
Really, don't feel bad.
Be up there.
No problem.
I do.
Look at this.
I can't get it off of me. It's really. Because, you know, I love you so much and respect you so much. I never push your space. Never. For any reason.
I made it all for you.
And I feel bad.
My medication, everything.
You know, somebody else did.
Sure, we didn't have a part or
Well,
something.
anyway, as long as you're-
It
Worked out
come on
fine.
Wednesday.
That's good.
Worked out
But
fine.
I'd like him to come like that.
After he brought his pot out, I thought, well, we really didn't need to move it all. Right, because I love that pot. He gave it to us. Something let us carry it with us.
Yeah, yeah.
And
They're
do
the
we have
bomb.
Calhoun to bring with us?
I have some.
And for
yeah.
wheels up from here
I
and
have some.
back to the.
Correct. We don't have
We
a
get through
lot.
custom.
I got through customs. I just put it in my packed bags. I didn't carry it in my carry-on.
We can't go there and not burn home.
I agree.
No way we can go there.
Well, normally as part of the marriage ceremony, there is a home.
Well, that might be down low. We got to burn those homes on top of those mountains. We'll get to some of those sacred foods. It'll just. There's one special one. It's about 3 hours away. But I really like to get all of us just go up on top of that mountain.
Well, we'll see how our bodies react, and
Yeah, that's the question.
it's all about the mind.
Is that a new
We're actually live. Hi everyone, we're live from Costa Rica,
going to Peru?
and we're going to Peru.
With a lot of love and joy in our heart.
That's right, and we hope we can broadcast from Peru. So here's your incense.
It's all coming together.
I know what.
Yeah. That's the difference between you and me, right?
Yeah, but we don't have to split. I mean, this is a small step.
Yeah.
We got to ask him to mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's our job.
Yeah.
And the rest shall take
The
care.
rest of us follow you, right?
Did you learn the Homa today?
We did. It was
Did.
beautiful. Wow.
When Swamiji leaves, then we'll review it again a couple of times so that you get comfortable with it.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
I'm just like we've been doing with our music.
Yeah.
What she has learned in a week is just incredible. I am so proud of her.
Me too.
I mean, she can lead a whole song.
She's got a lot of love coming out.
Yeah, oh, yeah, what she's doing with it is just amazing.
It really is. It's just fun to watch it. So much fun.
Well, it'll be fun too. Now we can play music and sing.
Well, now you can do puja, you can play music, you can sing, you can do all. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like, just pick it, read the chime, it's perfect.
You got a
The
full,
toolbox is getting so full.
yeah, you got a full day of activities.
Yes, for sure.
A full day of activities to keep you from thinking about sweating the small stuff.
And the boys are loving the homeless too. They came and watched today.
Oh, good.
And it excites them. Really,
Well, the
really happy
homelessness,
to it.
it just opened up a lot for me.
Uh-huh.
We hadn't even gotten started.
Sure.
But I love the models. Just and carrying that with me, that's good.
Sure.
It's just beautiful. A lot of fun.
Well, there are a lot of tricks. I mean, you can't learn it all one day. Just like we're learning our keyboards over a period of time. Every day there's something, an add-on, an addition. So in the same way in the Homa, because there are dynamics in the Homa, and it keeps growing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no end, right?
Yeah, there's no.
I've figured that out. Food's just the same, everything's right. You can all
It just keeps growing.
it's so beautiful.
Let's go.
Do it again.
Let's go.
Okay.
You ready?
Sri Ram Krishna Paramahamsa Ram Krishna Chaitanya.
You guys really rock.
Namaste. Namaste, everyone. It appears that Srima's not going to come, and rather than hearing more of my off-key singing, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the yantra, if you don't mind, because there's a lot more to talk about. Would you like to come front? Everybody, please excuse us.
Can you turn mic and translate?
And we don't know how to use it yet. But we'll learn. That's our promise.
Live.
Let's turn to page 112, where we were last night, and where we started last night. And how do I find my picture of the intro? There it is. There. and you can see me too a little bit, and that's just enough of me. Make it just a tad lower, so you can see the bottom of the yantra. A little bit more.
I can't. You have to raise that.
That's it. Stop. Don't do anything more. Changed. There you go. I hope you can all see that. Or some of it. And first of all, you have a book there. So let's start out by reading the mantras together. I hope you all have a copy of the Cosmic Puja. And we'll read the Sanskrit. Om Shobhayasya Devasya. Let's read together. Om Shobhayasya Devasya Vigraho Yantra Kalpana Vina Yantrina Te Puja Devatana Prasidati Yantra Mantra Maya Prabhur Devata Mantra Rupini Yantrena Pujito Deva Sahasa Naprasidati Sarveshamapi Mantranam Yantra Puja Prashastyate. It's highly recommended. Now this is the definition of the form of the mantra. Tatahastan Viryabhadyetu Haso Garbam Pikonakam Shakonam Padvikirvitam Tatoshtagal Pankajam Mupuram Padvikirvidwan Vividyam from Muktamam, the most excellent yantra. Could you put that incense out? Thank you. Can we try to read together on page 114? It says, Om Mukundaya Namah. Do you have it there in your book?
We don't have it in this book, it's a short version.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's trying to get it here.
Do you have any cosmic pujas?
We don't. I don't think so. We have a book somewhere.
Oh,
That's the cosmic.
Oh,
Hold on, I got it. Just had to do little ticket.
oh,
That's
yes.
the abbreviated.
114.
That's abbreviated?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
It's got the yantra in
It's got the picture of the yantra without
Okay,
the
we got
mantra.
it.
it. That's right.
That was the
We're
book
there,
that
we got
Mama. Okay, you got it. Game up. Om Mukundaya Namaha. Om Ishanaya Namaha. Om Parandaraya Namaha. Om Brahmane Namaha. Om Vaivasvataya Namaha. Om Indave Namaha. Om Adarshaktaye Namaha. Om Gurmaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Prithivya Namaha. Om Shiva Samudraya Namaha. Om Shveta Dipaya Namaha. Om Manimandapaya Namaha. Om Kalpa Vrikshaya Namaha. Om Manivedikaya Namaha. Om Ratna Singhasanaya Namaha. Om Dharmaya Namaha. Om Jnanaya Namaha. Om Vairagyaya Namaha. Om Aishwarjaya Namaha. Om Adharmaya Namaha. Om Ajnanaya Namaha. Om Avaragyaya Namaha. Om Anishwarayaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Padmaya Namaha. Om Arthamandalaya Dvadas Kalatmani Namaha. Om Sum Mandalaya Shodas Kalatmani Namaha.
Om Mang Bani Mandalaya Dashkalatmane Namaha. Om San Satvaya Namaha. Om Ram Rajase Namaha. Om Tam Tamase Namaha. Om Angatmane Namaha. Om Andaratmane Namaha. Om Pam Paratmane Namaha. Om Hring Yanatmane Namaha. And the soul of infinite wisdom is right in our heart, right in the window. And it's surrounded by the universal soul, and the innermost soul, and the soul of all. And wisdom, and inspiration, and activity, all are included. And this is our roadmap to where we want to be. Now we're going to take that yantra in its physical form, just like it is here. And we're going to place it on the altar.
Is that a you hold it for an altar?
I don't think what. Om Ring Ring Kling Chamundaya Viche. But Yantra Rajaya Vimahe Mahayantraya Vimahe Tanno Yantra Prachodayat Om Ring Ring Kling Chamundaya Viche Sinduram Samarpayami. Om, we meditate upon the King of Yantras, contemplate the greatest yantra. May that yantra grant us increase. That's the yantra Gayatri. Om Ring Ring Chamundaya Viche. With the offering of red-colored powder, we put some sindur in the middle of the yantra. Om Yantra Rajaya Vimahe Mahayantraya Vimahe Tanno Yantra Prachodayat. Om, we meditate upon the King of the Yantras, contemplate the greatest yantra. May that yantra grant us increase. Om Ring 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 Chamundaya Viche Kumkuma Samarpayami. We put some kumkum on the yantra. Om Parameshwaraya Vimahe Paramatattvaya Vimahe Tanno Brahma Prachodayat. When we meditate upon the highest supreme divinity, contemplate the highest principle, may that supreme divinity grant us increase. Om Ring 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 Chamundaya Viche Akshatam Samarpayami. And we place some grains of rice on the yantra. Now we've worshipped the yantra, and we're going to invite the entourage of the Divine Mother. Just like when you invite Sriman, you better put a place for Swami and for Gautam and for Nandu and for the rest of the clique, because Sriman rarely comes alone. She brings an entourage. And so this entourage is called Sarva Bhadra Mandala Devata, the excellent circle of deities. It's a circle of deities that surrounds the Divine Mother wherever she goes. So on page 121, you can see, one moment please, and I'll show you. Can I see your, just leave it here. There you go, that's fine, take it away. It's fine. And you can see, we have the yantra once again, and there are a bunch of numbers on it. And each of the numbers corresponds to the following mantras. And the mantras invoke a deity, and then they invite the deity, and they establish the presence of the deity. And that's how we worship the yantra, by asking all the deities of the great circle, of the excellent circle around Mom, to come and sit in their place, so we have a nice place for Ma to sit. And she'll feel comfortable because she's surrounded by all her friends and trusted associates. So, in the center is number 1. There's a black dot in the center of the yantra. And the mantra says, Om Bhurbupa Swaha, Brahmane Namaha, Brahman Avahayami, Stapayami. Om, the infinite beyond conception, the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body. We bow to the creative consciousness in the center. We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence. And then number 2 in the north, in the very top. And we'll just go through the Sanskrit right now, so we'll have one recording of it, and we'll go through the translation afterwards. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Somaya Namaha, Somam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Ishanaya Namaha, Ishanam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Indraya Namaha, Indram Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Agnaye Namaha, Agnima Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Yamaya Namaha, Yamam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Narite Namaha, Naritim Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Varunaya Namaha, Varunam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Vayave Namaha, Vayum Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Ashtavasubhyo Namaha, Ashtavasum Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Ekadasharudevyo Namaha, Ekadasharudran Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Tvadasadityeyo Namaha, Tvadasadityan Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Ashvinyam Namaha, Ashvino Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Sapaitrik Vishwevyo Devevyo Namaha, Sapaitrik Vishwan Devam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Satyakshevyo Namaha, Satyakshan Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Ashtakulanagevyo Namaha, Ashtakulanagan Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Gandhavaksarovyo Namaha, Gandhavaksansa Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Skandaya Namaha, Skandam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Vrishabhaya Namaha, Vrishabham Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Shulaya Namaha, Shulam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Mahakalaya Namaha, Mahakalam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Dakshami Saptaganevyo Namaha, Dakshami Saptaganan Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Durgayi Namaha, Durgam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Vishnave Namaha, Vishnu Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Swadaye Namaha, Swadam Avahayami, Stapayami. Om Bhurbuva Swaha, Mrithyurogevyo Namaha, Mrityurogan Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Ganapataye Namaha Ganapatim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Abhyo Namaha Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Mrubhyo Namaha Mrutha Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Prithibhyo Namaha Prithibhi Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Gangavinaddhibhyo Namaha Gangavinadhi Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Saptasagaribhyo Namaha Saptasagaram Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Merabe Namaha Merum Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Godaya Namaha Gadam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Trishulaya Namaha Trishulam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Bhadraya Namaha Bhadram Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Saktare Namaha Shaktim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Dandraya Namaha Dandam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Kargaya Namaha Kargam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Pasaya Namaha Hasham Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Anguthaya Namaha Angusham Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Gautamaya Namaha Gautam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Bharadwajaya Namaha Bharadwajam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Vishwamitraya Namaha Vishwamitram Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Kashyapaya Namaha Kashyapam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Jamadagnaye Namaha Jamadagnim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Vashishtaya Namaha Vashishtam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Atre Namaha Atrim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Arundatim Namaha Arundatim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Angrim Namaha Angrim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Kumariyani Namaha Kumarim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Brahmyani Namaha Brahmim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Varahi Namaha Varahim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Chamundai Namaha Chamundam Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Vaishnavye Namaha Vaishnavim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Maheshwarye Namaha Maheshwarim Abhayami Stapayami Bhuvasvaha Vainaki Namaha Vainakim Abhayami Stapayami Iti Sarvata Mandala Devatastadam Samaptam. And that is the completion of the establishment of all the circle of the excellent deities in the entourage of the mother.
It is hablando, cada mantra tiene un número y en la yantra tiene números también. Y cada mantra corresponde de la gente que viene con la mamá, la dioses que viene en la iglesia, en la entourage de la mamá, y estamos invitando a ellos a venir a ayudar a nosotros.
So now that we've got the roadmap established, and we've got all the deities established, so if you could shine here, I can do it myself. I'm going to shine this right here on me. And now pretend, and I'm going to worship the yantra in my hand. Some mandalay shoras kalat maninmo, mom mandalay das kalat maninmo, sunset wino, rang raja sainmo, takam sainmo, alat maninmo, andrat maninmo, bangarmat maninmo, ring, yanat maninmo, anekarat stanyutam, nanamanit kananditam, kartas voraba kadiyam, asana. Pratigrihatam, Om Hing Ring Ling Chamundaya Yigiche, Asanam, Samarpakram. This is the asana of the Divine Mother. Once you have the yantra, every deity sits on an asana. All you gotta do is put down the yantra, and she sits there. So you can superimpose the yantra over any surface you choose, because it's your yantra. We start off having it in the book, and then we put it in our heart. And then we put it on a plate, on a gold plate or a silver plate. And then we put it in our hand. And then we put it in between our eyebrows. And we put it in front of our eyes. And we put it on any surface we choose. And that becomes the asana of the Divine Mother. So we empower ourselves to perceive that the Divine Mother is present on any surface we choose to make her presence manifest. It empowers us to establish her. Once we have the yantra, once we have it on a plate, once we take it out of the book and put it on a plate, and we put it in the center of our worship, and we put it in our heart, Om Dad Sapta Genum Karmainum Nantainum Prithinum Shivas Mundrainum Shvetadipainum Manimandapainum Kalparishainum Mani Vedikainum Ratna Singhasandainum Om Dharmainum Gyanainum Vairagyainum Ishwargainum Adharmainum Agyanainum Avaragyainum Ishwargainum Padmainum Nantainum Om Mandalay Vadas Kalatmaninum, Om Samamandalay Shoras Kalatmaninum, Om Mani Mandalay Das Kalatmaninum, Om Sunset Vainum, Ram Raja Sainum, Tam Tamasinum, Angatmaninum, Antratmaninum, Pamparatmaninum, Ring Yanatmandayo Ibiche Ihakach Ihatishta Ihasaniru Jaswa Ihasanihita Baba Atra Nishtanam Guru Devi, because it empowers the worshiper to be full of her. A lot of people have been saying that to me for a long time. You're full of it, Swami. Well, now I'm proud to be, because I can put her asan here and let her sit right here. I can put her asan here and let her sit in front of me. I can put her asan on the wall, and this is a tool, a yantra. It's the tool by which we make her presence manifest. The more we learn about her, the more we love her, the more we want to learn. The more we learn about her, the greater is our empowerment to establish her in the places that we want. To be with her in the ways that we want to be with her. So I got too excited. Let me read the translation of all the deities that we're going to invite. In the center, number 1, Brahmane Namaha, Om Bhurbhuvasvaha, Om the infinite beyond conception, Bhur the gross body, all that can be perceived through the senses. Wuwa, the subtle body, all that can be conceived in the mind. Swaha, the causal body, all that can be known through intuition. Please, can you translate for me?
Okay, él está leyendo la primera mantra que está en el centro de la yantra y él estaba diciendo que usted puede poner la yantra en su corazón, puede poner por la pared, puede poner en cualquier lugar y puede la yantra va a dar usted la poder manifestar la Madre Divina en donde usted quiere. Es muy poderosa y él está leyendo la primera mantra y él está diciendo, oh infinito de concepción, la cuerpo física, la cuerpo sutil y la cuerpo causal, inclinimos a la creatividad, conciencia, creatividad. Nosotros invitamos a usted y manifestar su presencia.
Thank you. The creative consciousness that's given us the inspiration to create this magnificent roadmap.
La conciencia creativa que ha dado la inspiración por sembrar esta mapa.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos a usted y hacemos su presencia.
And now all of the deities follow in the same pattern: the gross body, subtle body, and causal
Y
body.
el resto de las deidades viene en la misma forma, la cuerpo física, la cuerpo sutil y la cuerpo causal.
We bow to the Lord of devotion.
Inclinimos a la Dios de devoción.
We invoke you, we invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos a usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the ruler of all.
Inclinimos a la jefe de todo.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nosotros invitamos a usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the rule of the pure.
Inclinimos a la jefe de la puro.
We invoke you, we invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos a usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the divine fire.
Nosotros inclinimos a la fuego divina.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos a usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the supreme controller.
Inclinamos a la controlar supremo.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your
Invitamos
presence.
a usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to this destroyer.
Inclinamos a la destrucción.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nosotros invitamos a usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the Lord of equilibrium.
Inclinamos a el Dios de equilibrio.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your
Invitamos a
presence.
usted y manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the Lord of liberation.
Nosotros inclinamos a la
Liberación.
Dios de liberación.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos su presencia. Manifestamos a usted.
We bow to the eight lords of beneficence.
Nosotros inclinamos a los 8 dioses.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos a usted y nosotros manifestamos su presencia.
We bow to the 11 relievers from sufferings.
Nosotros inclinamos a los 11 por sacar nuestro sufrimiento, los 11 dioses que sacan nuestro sufrimiento.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nosotros inclinamos y invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the 12 sons of light.
Nosotros inclinamos a los 12 hijos de la luz.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the 2 horses of pure desire.
Nos inclinamos a los 2 caballos de puro deseos.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the ancestors along with the shining ones of the universe.
Nosotros inclinamos a los ancestrales y los seres brillos del universo.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the energy which brings the good and bad of wealth.
Nosotros inclinamos a la energía que traiga la buena y mala de tener dinero.
And remember, here by wealth we mean anything that you hold dear, anything you value, all of your attachments.
So, significa no es solo dinero, es sus ataduras, lo que usted tiene valor, donde usted ponga su valor.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nosotros invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the family of 8 snakes.
Nosotros inclinamos a la familia de 8 serpientes.
And these are the energies which permeate the creation.
Y estas son las energías que están por toda la creación.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos inclinamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the celestial musicians.
Nos inclinamos ante los músicos celestiales
and the heavenly maidens.
y los doncellas celestiales.
And we invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitimos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the God of war.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el Dios de la guerra.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the bull of discipline, the conveyance of Siva, Nandi.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el toro de la disciplina, la transmisión de Shiva Nandi. Te invitamos y establecer su presencia.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos y establecer su presencia.
We bow to the spear of concentration.
Nosotros inclinamos a la lanza de la concentración.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invitimos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the great time.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el gran tiempo.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to ability and the other 7 qualities.
Nosotros inclinamos ante la habilidad y las otras 7 calidades.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the reliever of difficulties.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el alivio de las dificultades.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the all-pervading consciousness.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el omnipenetrante conciencia.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos, nos invitamos y establecemos vuestra presencia.
We bow to the ancestors.
Nosotros inclinamos ante de los ancestros.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the spirit of deadly disease illnesses.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el espíritu de las enfermedades mortales.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the Lord of multitudes.
Nos inclinamos ante el Señor de las multitudes.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to acts of sacrifice.
Nosotros inclinamos ante de los actos de sacrificio.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the shining ones.
Nosotros inclinamos a las ceras brillos.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nosotros invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the earth.
Nos inclinamos ante la tierra.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, invitarte y establecer tu presencia.
We bow to the Ganga and other rivers.
Nos inclinamos antes el Ganga y otros ríos.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the seven seas.
Nos inclinamos ante los 7 mares.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos inclinamos, invitamos y a establecer su presencia.
We bow to the Mount Meru.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el monte Meru.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos, invitarnos y establecer su presencia.
We bow to the club.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el club.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, invitamos y establecer su presencia.
We bow to the trident.
Nos inclinamos ante el tridente.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos, invitamos y establecer su presencia.
We bow to the thunderbolt.
Nos inclinamos ante el rayo.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to energy.
Nosotros inclinamos ante la energía.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, invitarte y establecer tu presencia.
We bow to the staff.
Nos inclinamos ante el bastón.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, invitarte y establecer tu presencia.
We bow to the sword.
Nosotros inclinamos ante la espada.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos vosotros invitarlos y establecer tu presencia.
We bow to the net.
Nosotros inclinamos ante la red.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the goad.
Nosotros inclinamos ante el aguijón.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Gautam.
Nos inclinamos ante Rishi Gotami.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Bharadwaj.
Nosotros inclinamos ante Rishi Bharadwaj.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Vishwamitra.
Nosotros inclinamos a Rishi Vishwamitra.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos, invitar usted y establecer su presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Kashyap.
Nos inclinamos ante Rishi Kashyap.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Jamadagni.
Nos inclinamos ante Rishi Jamadagni.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Vashishta.
Nos inclinamos ante Rishi Vashishta.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the Rishi Atre.
Nos inclinamos a Rishi Atri.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to the Devi Arundhati, the wife of Vashishta.
Nos inclinamos ante Devi Arundhati, esposa de Vashishta.
She is the example of purity.
Ella es la ejemplo de la pureza.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invocamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to Aindri, the energy of the rule of the pure.
Nosotros inclinamos ante Andre, la energía de la regla de lo puro.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos, nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to Kumari, the energy of the ever pure one.
Nos inclinamos ante Kumari, la energía del siempre puro.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invitamos, invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
We bow to Brahmi, the energy of creative consciousness.
Nos inclinamos ante Brahmi, la energía de la conciencia creativa.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to Varahi, the energy of the boar of sacrifice.
Nos inclinamos ante Varahi, la energía del jabalí de sacrificio.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to Chamunda, the conqueror of passion and meanness.
Nos inclinamos ante Chamunda, el conquistador de la pasión y la mezquindad.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invocamos, te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to Vaishnavi, the energy of all-pervading consciousness.
Nosotros inclinamos ante Vaishnavi, la energía de la conciencia omnipenetrante.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Invitamos, invitamos y establecemos vuestra presencia.
We bow to Maheshwari, the energy of the Supreme Sovereign.
Nos inclinamos ante Maheshwari, la energía del soberano supremo. Te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Te invitamos y establecemos tu presencia.
We bow to Vainaki, the energy of excellent conduct.
Nos inclinamos ante Vainaki, la energía de la conducta excelente.
We invoke you, invite you, and establish your presence.
Nos invocamos, nos invitamos y establecemos su presencia.
And that is the establishment of the entourage of the Divine Mother.
Y en este estábamos usando la entourage de la Madre Divina.
We will continue with the worship of the yantra and some of the other forms that accompany it. There are many other vidis. Remember, Hori Anant, Hori Kotha Ananta. God is infinite, and the stories and the words about God are infinite.
Recuerdes que Dios está infinito y las palabras, las historias, todo sobre Dios es infinito. Y vamos a continuar con esta adoración mañana.
The systems of worship are infinite.
Los sistemas de adorar Dios son infinitos.
There is no one way to do the puja.
No hay una manera de hacer la puja.
Everyone will have their own way.
Cada persona va a tener su manera mismo de hacer la puja, su manera único.
Our goal is to share some of the ways that works for us.
Nuestro goal es por compartir las maneras que funcionan por nosotros de hacer las pujas.
We'll continue in our next session.
Vamos a continuar la próxima sesión.
Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining us. Can you shut that down, please?